All right, let's get into it. So I've got Wade McCall here, who is a director, cinematographer, photographer. He's doing a your diploma?
Diploma in film and television.
Yep, at TAFE. And you've just been nominated for, you've been selected to be screened at the Rock the Boat.
Yep, Rock the Boat Film Festival down in Rockingham, yep.
For your documentary Brocko from Rocko?
Yes, yeah, it's an absolute honour to have the opportunity to be officially selected for the film festival. It's a big honour for myself and a big achievement, I'd have to say.
I can imagine. Absolutely, congratulations. What can we expect from the film? What's it about?
Well, Brocko from Rocko is about a individual in the Rockingham community, Brock Bevan. He runs a group called the Rockingham Penguins. You might think, penguins or something. No, this group is a bunch of oldies, people from all types of ages, young and old, and they all go for an early morning swim at 5 to 6 in the morning for mental health and cold therapy, to go ahead and clear their mind and connect with one another, and be more of a tighter knit community, which I absolutely love.
Cool. So why did he decide to start that program?
So he chose to start that because back in COVID, he was very lost as a person. He didn't have many connections with family and all that. He sadly went through a divorce, and he wasn't there with his. He wasn't really there mentally, and he went ahead and decided to go ahead and just go for an early morning swim, and invited a couple people on Facebook, and then slowly over weeks they went ahead and made the little group. It started with only like 5 or 6 people, and then over the months they started getting 20, 30, 40 people, and now it's a thriving group of 2,000 plus members, and you go ahead and see groups of 50 to 60 people of all ages going down for an early morning swim, which is absolutely
really
amazing.
Cool. Are you involved in the group?
I'm not involved personally, but I was recommended by a lot of people when I was trying to look for people to go ahead and start this series of documentaries on, and they went ahead and pointed me towards Brock's way.
I was going to ask what was the thought process behind you wanting to document him? Just people?
Yeah, just people. So before I went ahead and did this short doco back in year 11 and 12, I went ahead and started a series called Love Thy Neighbour, which was going to be going ahead and creating a series where we give recognition to people in our local community who do things out of the kindness of their heart. And basically I started with that. That went ahead and got selected for this film festival called Adam WA, which was the best film work for year 11 and 12 in the state here, and it was featured at an Ace Cinema like this one's going to be. I went ahead and decided that I was going to go ahead and pursue that series, but COVID went ahead and happened, and I lost a lot of passion. I had a gap year from school, and I was a bit lost myself, and then I went ahead and rekindled this love for film and love for creating content, and then that sort of led me back in the direction of creating the short documentary, Brocko from Rocko. And I really want to go ahead and make this a series where I start off in Rockingham and Baldivis, going ahead and creating content like, Brocko from Rocko, and then slowly moving up through, up to Kwinana, up to Freo and all that, and going ahead and documenting everyday people, because there's not enough of it. We see these days a lot of people are more focused on celebrities, people with huge followings online, but it's not personal anymore. We're not hearing about stories in our local area. We're focusing on things like conflicts, all that across the world, but we should remember there's so much, so much experience, so much history, so many amazing people in our local community that we'll just walk past. You might walk past someone or say hello to someone every single day, but in reality, they've climbed Mount Everest, they've done amazing things, but you'd never know that if you didn't ask. And that's
for sure.
And that's what I want to do. I want to inspire people to go ahead and have that choice to go ahead and say hello to someone that they've met, or someone, like us right now, we've barely, chatted, we've met once prior, when Stu was going ahead and was at the comedy club. It was absolutely hilarious.
It was great.
I know you've probably got loads of amazing stories. You went to South Africa, which was amazing. That's awesome. And then my stories as well. You never really heard much from me, but getting to know me now, which is awesome.
Which I love, by the way. I'm really happy that we're doing this. Speaking of, tell me a bit about yourself as a cinematographer and director.
Me? So I mean, yeah, I sort of have had a passion for film and like YouTube and creating content since I was a young kid. I remember back when I was around 10 to 11, I went ahead and like zombies and apocalypse stuff was really in that time. And I remember I'd get like little toy guns and create little short films with my mate going ahead and like being zombies. And, you know, we'd go ahead and play the two survivors and then we'd be playing the zombies, but in the exact same outfit in every scene. And it was hilarious.
Oh my God.
Would use like just mobile, like iMovie, stuff like that. And yeah, I've been really interested, and I sort of wanted to get into the acting in the beginning. I wanted to become an actor, but slowly I realized, I don't know if I really want to do theatre performance on stage. It's not really my thing. You know, I tend to mess up with things and all that, and I didn't want to, you know, end up being on stage in front of hundreds of people and I mess up my line, and then it's like, oh Jesus. But with you know, videos and creating content, you can edit things out. You can take breaks and all that. I mean, you know, I've still performed in front of 100 or so people at our school productions and all that, but not for me. So yeah, content, definitely loving that. And yeah, I mean, with cinematography and videography and all that, I've really found the passion in my diploma course and my Cert 3 film course. Obviously, when I did my filming as well for the Love Thy Neighbour series as well, sort of just, the last 4 years I've really been rekindling my passion for videography and all that, and I ended up actually being the recipient of the Equity Scholarship for North Metro TAFE as well. Yeah, so I went ahead and used all that money and reinvesting in myself, buying content, not buying content, buying supplies
for content.
for content and all that, and yeah, by doing that it's helped me push and grow in the direction I want to go, which has been an amazing opportunity. Yeah.
And with Brocko from Rocko, what was the process of that like? How long did that take you to film?
It was actually pretty quick. I think I got the whole thing done in about a month.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah, so I went ahead and saw that the Rock the Boat Film Festival was happening, and I had only about a month to do it. So I went ahead and started putting out casting calls. You know, I was planning on doing 2 short documentaries. So there's 2 categories. There's a main documentary or film of 7 minutes long, and then there's one about the history of Rockingham and stuff like that. And I went ahead and I was trying to get people for both. You know, get one for the main short doco and one for the history of the area, but the history of the area one fell through. I wasn't able to find anyone, but yeah, went ahead and put loads of casting calls, had loads of amazing people, which I'm probably going to make future documentaries about. Go ahead and approach me. You know, some stories about people who, you know, used to be little like criminals in the area back in the 80s who when they used to steal cars, you know, all sorts of stuff like that, who wanted to do it as well. And I didn't know if that would be too good for the festival, so I went ahead and got recommended Brock, and first I went ahead and said, oh, let's meet up, let's go ahead and just get to know who we are, who, you know, we both are, what we do in the community. And yeah, we met up, had like 3 or 4 beers each. We're just having a drink and a blast, having a good chat. And and then we went ahead and said, okay, well, let's do this. And went ahead and just sent him a list to fill out of like things he's done in his life, like just sort of like a brief thing of like from 1990, and then it was like all the way to 2024, and then a significant moment that happened each year. And then I went ahead and focused that around on what subjects we would talk about and what questions I would ask him. And yeah, that sort of was like that took the longest to go ahead and do. But once we went ahead and I filmed him just answering the questions, the rest just super easy. I mean, I interviewed a couple other people in my doco as well. In the actual final doco that I produced, there was 2 people that I went ahead and had in there. I actually interviewed like 4 other people. I even interviewed Brock's daughter as well, and I plan on making that a longer form documentary. But yeah, I mean, it took around a month. It was pretty simple, pretty good turnaround, and that's why I want to keep doing it. You know, if I can smash out 12 interviews a year or 12 docos a year, that would sort me out good.
I mean, in a month it sounded like you got so much content, which is absolutely
It's definitely hard for me as well, because I do it all by myself.
I was going to ask,
I'm the director, editor, producer, lighting, all that. I have my girlfriend, and my mum drives me around to it and all that.
Chaperone.
Yeah, my little chaperone. She supports me, which I couldn't thank her enough. But yeah, and then my girlfriend helps me out with like taking all the equipment out, so she's my assistant. But yeah, I mean, we do it in just a little group of 3, get them all done, and
that just makes it even more just amazing and impressive that you can do that. When and where is the Rock the Boat Festival, and how can people get tickets to come
Get
and
the
see your
tickets.
documentary?
So yeah, tickets are actually releasing tomorrow.
Ooh,
yeah,
okay.
tomorrow. I believe around 4 p.m. tickets are releasing for the Rock the Boat Film Festival. I get access, thankfully, a couple hours beforehand, so I can get tickets for all my mates and all that, which will be great. I think I'm going to invite Stuart and even you if you wanted to. I don't know if you'd come down, but yeah,
100%.
Yeah. So yeah, and then it's premiering I think October 13th, which is my birthday.
Is it
so,
actually?
Yeah. So on my birthday, it's going to be premiering. Yeah, it's going to be on the big screen at Ace Cinemas. So
is it a competition or is it just?
It is a competition. So there is loads of different categories and littler prizes. So first place is $1,000 and a little like glass trophy of a boat, which is like really cool. And then there's loads of little smaller prizes like finalist awards, like best acting, best emotional film or stuff like that. And then there's also voting, like public voting, like if people want to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to be going ahead and trying to get as many people as I can to publicly vote away from the competition to try to get the People's Choice Award. That would be really awesome as well. Get a first place and a People's Choice Award. That would be amazing.
I'm sure we can sort something out with pumping that on our socials as well.
Which will be that would be amazing. And then I've got the Rockingham Penguins, 2,000 plus members who will probably vote for that as well.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah.
And that's sort of like one of the reasons I wanted to pick Brock as well, because I knew I would get a lot of community engagement, and he's such a loved person. Like, you know, he's good mates with the mayor of Rockingham too, and like loads of other people. So it was like perfect person to meet. And then I was able to network with loads of people. Even got access to a cafe to do all my filming in as well. He's really good mates with the cafe owner, and now he said whenever I want to film there or interview anyone there, he's like, just go ahead and let me know and I'll unlock the doors after it's closed and you can go in and interview people there.
You really picked the right guy there, didn't you?
So it's like really helped me just open up my network, you know, had no connections and now just like that, and you just ask people, and that's like one of the reasons why I want to make this series, because just from asking one person, having a couple beers, now I know all these people and I'm now really connected, which is amazing.
What's your like 5-year plan kind of thing with your filming? What would be
5-year plan?
Not necessarily even 5 year, just kind of what's your goal you to end up? Are you wanting to be director or?
It's really hard. I mean, I would love to go ahead and get into directing work and film work out in communities and all that, out in the bush and all that, and also just go ahead and do documentary work on the cost of living crisis and what people are going through around the world and in Australia in general, because we go ahead and whenever people make changes in government and all that about this is going to go ahead and help people, like for example how they've been giving out like a couple $100 to each family on the news and all that with the government. I think,
I've seen something about it.
So some like things like that, but then in reality that's going to go ahead and put the prices up for like rents, going to go ahead and put the price up for people's mortgages and all that, and that's the things that they don't report on, and I'd love to go ahead and talk to people's like families and see how that shit's actually really affecting them, and then potentially we could get some better changes to go ahead and help everyday people, and that's what I'd love to do. There's not enough real news, not enough real content showing the real lives of people, and I feel like that's my mission. I want to go ahead and show the truth to people, go ahead and really get that community involvement and all that.
I know you mentioned earlier about how in the past couple of years, like 10 years, 20 years, it's all been focused on celebrities. But I know that in general in society at the moment, people are pushing to get more relatability and more reality,
I've seen
and
that
they're
as
not
well.
super interested in that. So you could be a pioneer for that.
Exactly.
I love that. That's amazing.
And I've been seeing that quite a lot recently, like, but sadly not really in Australia. I've seen a couple content creators in Australia who are doing that, sort of the interviews and all that. But sometimes it feels a bit exploitive because they're going up to like homeless people and getting funny reactions out of them and stuff like that. And I can see, that's funny, comedy a part of it, but at the end of the day, you're exploiting people, and I want some real heartfelt, connective stuff.
That doesn't actually help them.
It doesn't help them at the end of the day. Yeah, exactly, and that's sort of like what I want to do. It's just, just the community stuff, you know, helping people out, and some real good, you know, content, just pioneering that sort of engagement, loving community where we're all there for each other and help each other grow and stuff like that. And, you know, I probably wouldn't have even been able to do this interview if I didn't know Stuart over there in the back there, you know.
You're all about the networking. I love that. Is there anything else that you would like to add?
I mean, if anyone out there is going to Pixel Expo on the 28th later this month, I'm going to be interviewing people there. So if you're a cosplayer or if you're into anything like that, you know, if you see me there, just come and approach me, go ahead and chat, say hello, and yeah, be a part of the ever-growing community.
I know that you post those videos. I've seen you come up on my TikTok. Where can people reach you on social media?
Yeah, so you can go ahead and find me at, my name is Mr. Stumpy, so it's just MrStumpi3. So Mr. Stumpy, yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, and that's where you can find me. The name's a bit odd, but if you get to know me more and check out the channel, you'll find out why I call myself that. So yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having a chat, man. I really, really appreciate that. Very eye-opening. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Beck. Thank you.